Hey folks, Jimmy Z coming at you live from Lansdale on my way to closing this morning, and we are doing a retake of episode number 1 of Jimmy Z Flip That House. Again, if you want my website is jimzaspel.com, jimzaspel.com, Z-A-S-P-E-L. Alrighty, this deal today, by the way, I don't normally go to closing, but today I am, because this deal required my personal attention because of a lack of planning on my part, so I'm paying for it by wasting 45 minutes each way to go to closing. So, here's the deal that we're going to talk about today that I'm on the way to closing to do. House is worth $85,000 as it sits, needs no repairs whatsoever, and I'm buying for 40 grand. Not a bad deal, if you ask me. You're in at less than 50% LTV. That's awesome. So that money, I'm buying my own money this time. Usually I borrow private money and whatever else, but not this time, for whatever reasons. You could do the same deal, just borrow private funds, negotiate under a finance deal, whatever the case may be. But again, purchase price 40, value 85,000 bucks. What I want to do for you now is show you the value of selling on a lease option. All right, I'm going to use the numbers from this deal to show you. All right, let's run 2 scenarios. First scenario is I sell it as is to a qualified buyer, someone who can get a loan. So I got to list the realtor, sell it, blah, 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 get the whole thing done. Here's the numbers. To sell a house fast in this market, I'm going to need to sell it for roughly 80,000 bucks to get it sold quickly, at the very most. Let's say $80,000 in sales price. $80,000 minus 6% to the realtors. 6% of 80 grand is 4,800 bucks. In this market, sell something quick, I'm probably going to wind up doing a seller's assist of 6% as well. So again, another 6%, another 4,800 bucks. Half of the transfer taxes, 1%, so we're up to 13% in sales cost, which would wind up being right about $13,000. Okay, maybe $12,000 or so. All right, so 80,000 minus 12,000 is $68,000 profit. Then I've got to pay short-term capital gain taxes on my potential $28,000 profit. 35 short-term capital gains taxes the amount of them is 35%. So 35% of 28 grand brings me to like another what would that be? $9,300. Okay, so take say 9 grand. So $28,000 minus 9,000 leaves me with about $19,000 is what I'd be walking away from closing with. That sucks, in my opinion. A $45,000 profit deal shimmied down to all the way down to freaking $19,000 or $20,000. Can you imagine how ticked off I would be if that happened to me? I would be ticked off, FYI. All right, now I'm going to run these numbers based on a lease option. I'm going to sell on a lease option now. All right, now again, this is contingent upon me having long-term financing, which if it's my money, it's as long as I want, although I want to get it out relatively quickly. So I'm going to find someone who has a snowball's chance in purgatory of getting qualified for a loan at some point in the next year. They've got to have a down payment. I'm going to get probably $7,500 down on this deal. Down payment $7,500 bucks. I'm going to then to rent the property to them while they're doing the rent to own or lease option for $1,000 a month, at least, probably more, but say $1,000 bucks. Let's say this process takes 18 months. Okay, so in 18 months, here are the numbers. 18 months. By the way, when you sell a lease option, your purchase price is a little bit higher than what's worth today because you're actually selling it to them tomorrow. So my sales price will be $89,900, 90,000 bucks. So $90,000 to 40, $50,000 spread, but wait, there's more. So in 18 months from now, they will have paid me 18 months at $1,000 rent, minus some expenses. Actually, they pay all the utilities, so there's no expenses except for property taxes. So it's $3,000 for a year and a half. So $15,000 profit just on rent over the next year and a half on this deal. 15 grand. 15 grand plus the 7,500 I got, right? So it's 22,500. Then you subtract the 7,500 from the $50,000 spread, at least with 42,500. So sales price 90 grand, $50,000 spread plus the $15,000 in profit for the deal. That leaves me the net or the gross profit of $55,000 or $65,000. Big difference there. 65 grand. Now, get this, because I held it for a year and a half, I'm at long-term capital gains taxes. That's awesome. Which, until our wonderful President Obama, I said wonderful with great sarcasm, because I do not like the man's policies. So anyway, that'll leave us with 15% capital gains tax, 15% tax on $65,000 is right at about 10,000 bucks. So 65 grand minus 10 grand leaves a net profit of $55,000. Notice there's no seller's assist. Notice there's no realtor's cost. I don't need a realtor to find a tenant buyer. I can do one. I can do that myself very quickly in less than 30 days. All that because I was willing to wait a year and a half for my money. Let me ask you, would you rather have $19,000 today or $55,000 in 18 months? I'd rather have $55,000 in a year and a half because I'm getting some of it along the way. All right, so there you are. That's the benefit of selling on lease options, because you can sell them quicker, sell them for more, and get a whole ton more profit. So again, this is episode number 1 of Jimmy Z Flip That House. The next video is going to be of us at the house when we stock the counters, put the signs up, that kind of stuff. I'm going to show you what we do. Then we're going to document the buyer's closing. I'm going to maybe show you a couple of rent checks, and then in a year and a half, I'm going to show you as I go. Then 6 months, a year, year and a half, 2 years, whatever it is, when I get cashed out and actually sell this thing to the buyer and they get a loan, then I'm going to show you that check as well. So, all right, y'all, have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.